handout that we gave you, Harlem Children's Society 2010 Internship Program Code of Ethics, Conduct, and Etiquette. We know that a lot of you are now in there. For those of you who may be having problems with mentor issues, we're getting there, okay? This is normal in a program of this size. We are sorting these things out, but not to worry. Please, it's important to keep in touch with us in the office. We have been noting, those of you who have called in with issues, we have been noting these problems and we're trying to address them one by one, okay? What you must understand is that we have very delicate relationships with these people, and we have to protect them. And we contact people without trying to disturb them and so forth and so on. So it may not happen overnight, but it will happen. All right, so please bear with us. Now, let's talk about each of these bullet points briefly. While at research facility, university, institute with a mentor, always address your mentor with a title of respect, such as doctor or professor. Now, for some of you who may be working with a grad student, who, if they give you the green light to address them by their first name, then that's fine. But you do not assume ahead of time. That is an overture that they must make to you. You don't assume, okay? Can we understand each other on that one? All right. You're expected to be on time for work, always. Punctuality is important. If an emergency arises affecting your work, be sure to contact your mentor immediately. Okay, there are two things you should do. Contact your mentor if something happens, or if you think that you're going to be terribly late one day. Because think about this as a job. Fact is, if you have a day job where you go in 9 to 5 and you're expected to be there, or 10 to 5, 10 to 6, whatever, you're expected to be there at the appointed time. If you know that you're going to be terribly late, if you have a doctor appointment, or if something has happened to prevent you from being there, then you need to reach out and let them know. That's just common courtesy. The other thing is, if for some reason you are not able to make it to your mentor and you're going to be absent and you haven't been able perhaps to get a hold of them, call the office. Call us in the office and let us know. We need to know what's going on. We are going to be keeping tabs on you in terms of attendance throughout the program as well. Don't think that will go unnoticed. It won't. That follow all instructions carefully. That may be with respect to that may be just bench rules, that may be just when to report to work, any special entrance you must make in the building, whatever, please follow those instructions. If there's a dress code at work, follow that as well, okay? And always, even if there is no strict dress code, please remember that you're representing us. A certain amount of professional dress is really expected out of you. Girls, no hot pants, okay? No super mini skirts, no hot pants. It's not a fashion show, okay? Looking stylish is one thing, but think of it as professional and stylish, okay? Be sure you understand your mentor's policies on taking breaks, lunch hour, the beginning, working, ending, and general flow of your workday. That's probably been set out for you already if those of you have already been with your mentor for almost, getting to be close to a week. Your cell phone must always be muted at work. Limit your phone usage to emergencies only, texting and talking. Again, and by the way, if we see cell phones in here, they will be taken away from you. They will be returned to you at the end of the day. We don't want to see them during the day, all right? Because if you're talking or texting, or you are not paying attention to us, all right? So we do not have any fear of doing that. So, and we're quite serious about it. So you may use your phone in between sessions. You can talk to your heart's delight at lunch hour, or before you come in or after, but not during. And you may use your computers too. You may use your laptop in here to take notes. I see some of you are already doing that. That's perfectly fine. You are to use internet for the purposes of your research only unless otherwise specified by your mentor. That means no emails open, because what if someone walks by and sees that going on? What does that say about you? It says that you're not really paying attention to your work. Again, you represent HCS. You are there for a very specific purpose and that purpose only. And of course, no questionable websites. You know, if you are asked to surf the net for specific reasons that relate to your research, that is one thing. But we have had problems. There have been mentors in the past who have reported to us that students have gone onto the internet and were looking at things they shouldn't have. And in some cases, really things they shouldn't have. So, please keep that professional. So after the so you are to use the internet for purposes of research, so we've discussed that. After the program ends, you are expected to keep in touch with your mentor. You are developing a lifelong relationship. You may not be aware of that now. Those of you who later on decide to pursue your college studies, you're going to want recommendations. And to have the recommendation of the mentor with whom you are working right now is basically like buying, gold. That is a very, very valuable relationship that you must be nurturing throughout your time. Now, that doesn't mean that you have to be your mentor's best friend. Sometimes that's just, we have certain chemistry with people, no pun intended. We have better relationships with others, but that doesn't mean that you can't still have a good relationship, even if you're not all warm and cozy with that person. And the idea is that they will want to give you a good recommendation at the end of it all. That's a very important thing. Because to have the recommendation of someone of that stature going into university is going to mean something for you, much more than a lot of other people would, as recommenders. So, now, while at weekly Harlem Children's Society seminars, I briefly touched on this. All right, so you need to think about your behavior in here. Everybody's so nice and quiet. Are you sleepy? Is that it? I don't know. But while people are presenting, especially, we will have a lot of guest speakers throughout this series, scientists, researchers, who will be talking about their work, and we expect you to be giving them 100% of your attention. And no sleeping, okay? We may have to come and tap you on that because, especially if you're sitting there and you start snoring, it's not pretty. Don't do that. Get plenty of sleep the night before. And be sure to take your no-dose. No, I'm just kidding. So, so if you are expected to be here, by the way, each Tuesday. If there is an emergency of some sort, you need to let us know, or if you have some absolute reason you can't be here. If there's anything that you can reschedule, try to do it. This is 1 day a week. It's every Tuesday, and this is your location. You will be coming here every Tuesday through the end of the program. So we expect you to be here. If there is something that gets in your way, you must notify us, especially Dr. Sapp, all right? And we expect emails and or phone calls. So be respectful and polite with your peers and HCS staff. Please be nice to one another, okay? Be respectful of one another's time and with your relationship with them. And the staff is here to help you. Anytime you need something, please reach out to me. Feel free to do that. I'm happy to help you. While anyone is at the podium speaking, you're expected to be listening rather than talking. We've already dealt with that. And cell phone, always muted. And again, really it just should be off. Some of you may, if you have some reason to expect that someone may be reaching out to you for an emergency, that's one thing, but we do not expect to hear the ring of your cell phone in this room. period, full stop. No food or drink. We were in US auditorium, sorry, I didn't update that. But no food or drink in here. It's just a policy. I'm sorry we can't have water either, but that's one of those things. And no trash, please.